Your life isn't boring. It feels that way because influencers and celebrity make it look like you should be doing more. They're going on vacation what seems to be like every weekend. We're working, budgeting, and trying to hold it all together. Let me be clear. This video is not about bashing influencers or celebrities. It's literally their job to show off this lifestyle. This video is about you and helping you see that your life isn't boring. Like I said earlier, it's literally influencers and celebrities' job to show this type of lifestyle. And when we're constantly watching people travel, go to events, or hit major milestones, it's easy to feel like we're doing something wrong if our life doesn't look like that. I'm saying this as someone that is in the content creator influencer space, and even I feel this. There were times where I felt like I had to post the positive, the exciting, the good things, or otherwise people wouldn't care. The truth is that many of you guys only see about 5% of the things that I actually experience. And from the 5%, people think that I have it all together, that I get a lot of opportunities and gifts and whatnot. But what they don't see is how often I get overlooked. I'll be honest, it's hard. Like, it really hits me in the feels, and it feels like I'm invisible and that I'm not good enough. That's why I decided to take a break from Instagram, or at least one of the reasons why I decided to take a break. I felt myself comparing myself to other creators or other influencers and comparing my worth and my talents and my skills. Since stepping away from not only Instagram but social media in general, I feel more at peace. I had time to catch up on my favorite animes, practice new skills, and write more for my newsletter. You want to know one of the moments that made me feel really proud lately? Planning, filming, editing, and scheduling content on time. That might not seem exciting to anyone else, but to me, it made me feel calm, in control, and incredibly proud of myself. And honestly, that's enough. So all this to say, enough about me. If your life feels boring, let me remind you, just because someone else's life look a certain way doesn't mean that your life is not valuable, because it definitely is. And in retrospect, you're only about seeing 1% of the creator's actual life, and not the other 99% that is probably chaotic, messy, sad, etc. Okay, now I want you to take a second to think. What does a good life look like to you? Pause the video right here and I want you to comment your answer below. A few years ago, I thought a good life meant having a mansion, 5 Ferraris, and a closet full of designer bags like Gucci, Louis, Prada, Coach, like all those Dior, and now the Birkin bags. Of course, I thought this way. That's what we're sold to online. That's what the image of a good life looks to be like online. Big house, luxury cars, designer handbags, stacks of money, shopping hauls, trips every weekend, etc. However, just because you have those things doesn't mean that your life is good. Let me give you an example. So one of my favorite musicians is Rod Wave. He makes a ton of money, more than me. He has a lot of cars. He's been all over the world, and yet in every song he's singing about something sad or tragic that happened in his life. Mental health, fake friends, death of a loved one, etc. Just because you achieve what society deems as a good life doesn't mean it's a good life for you. Now let me give you a more personal example. In 2024, I hit 10,000 followers on Instagram. In the content creator / influencer world, that's like the pinnacle of success on Instagram. And you get this little metaphorical trophy or badge that lets you know that you've made it as a content creator or influencer and that you're really legit. Even though I'm extremely grateful for almost over 10K plus people on Instagram, in reality, nothing changed. I still get overlooked and not taken seriously by companies. I don't make thousands of dollars. I don't even make hundreds of dollars. Even though I moved now, I'm still not living on my own. I still live with friends and people that I know. It's not like I moved to LA and I got a big old mansion or this nice luxury apartment in Miami. Like, no, nothing really changed on that aspect. The number of people that followed me didn't make me proud, because if I'm being completely honest, only about 30% or less of the 10,000 actually engage with my content. However, on the other hand, do you want to know what actually made me proud? When I raised my credit score by 13 points. Not because it was flashy or impressive like only I know and now you know too. Because financial literacy is something that we're not taught. And by we, I mean women, people of color, and Gen Z individuals. Anyways, these days I define a good life very differently from years ago me. Good life to me is not having a big mansion, 5 Ferraris, and a closet full of designer bags. A good life is where your needs are met, where you're financially stable, where you feel at peace more days than not. So sometimes that looks like resting in bed all day, or going on a walk, or reading someone's personal journal or newsletter on Substack with a matcha or water in hand. I currently value time. I value peace. And I'm done chasing aesthetics and trying to be like the influencers or celebrities, or feeling bad that my life isn't like the influencers or celebrities. I'm chasing alignment. I'm chasing peace. I'm chasing just calmness. And that's what I hope that you're chasing too. You don't need to have a life like these influencers or celebrities, or feel bad because you're not traveling the world every weekend, or you're not going to these big events, or you don't have 5 Ferraris, big mansion, and all those kind of things. Like, your life is not boring just because it's not the same as these other people, these celebrities or influencers. Because at the end of the day, social media is just a highlight reel. Like I said before, those influencers and celebrities are only showing about 1%, maybe even less of their actual lives. Just because they're rich and famous and have a good life according to societal or social media standards doesn't mean they're actually living a good life. Honestly, some of these celebrities and influencers are wishing to have the life that you're bashing on. They want to have your boring life. They want to have your mundane life. Always remember, there is someone out there, whether they're the richest person in the world, there's someone out there that would love to experience the life that you're living. Because your life is filled with so much good. Even if you don't see it, your life is filled with so much good and joy, peace and prosperity. And someone, even the richest millionaire, billionaire, whoever, will love your life. So if your life feels slow, quiet, or a little boring, hope this video helped you remind you that your life is still valuable. You're not missing out or anything like that. You're just moving at your own pace. You don't need to rush or anything. You don't need to glow up or a new aesthetic to matter. You don't need to be seen by everyone to be worthy. You don't need to rack up credit card debt just to travel to all of these places just to keep up with what the influencers or celebrities are doing. Your life is enough. Your life is valid. It's not boring at all. If this video helped you feel less alone, please let me know in the comments. And if you want more content like this, I recommend you check out this video next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.